And the last one, my 5-year-old son has recently started acting up in his preschool. He was diagnosed at 3 and has only gotten support through our intermediate unit. We are trying to get ABA, but it has been a challenge, so I'm on skills, doing what I can through there. We are in Pennsylvania and keeping told there are plenty of forms of treatment for autism. My son has become very angry. He has hit his teacher multiple times, and when he wants, he stands up and yells at her in her face. He is becoming very disruptive, and we just don't know why. He is verbal and reads, but I wonder if he really understands what we are saying to him as we try to correct his behavior. Help! With 2 exclamation points. We've tried rewarding good behavior and encouraging when he is being a good boy, but it's not working. And he just keeps getting worse every day. Okay, this is somebody who needs an expert, Krystle.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of a tough one, just because I don't have a lot of information. It's really unfortunate that they've been trying to get ABA and haven't been successful, because it sounds like, ABA would definitely be able to get to the root of the problem here.
Yeah.
Since she's on skills, there is a really cool, great thing that we have on skills called the CARD Indirect Functional Assessment. I don't know if she's looked at that to try to figure out the potential function of the behaviors that he's engaging in, or maybe even trying to have the teacher fill it out. It's like 35 questions that kind of ask, like, does he do this in this situation, or does he do this to get, to do this? And you kind of score it on a strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree kind of scale. And once you finish answering all those questions, it kind of gives you a graph of what the potential functions of the behavior may be. So I think until she can get ABA and get like a BCBA on board and really, looking at his behaviors to try to figure out what's going on, that might be a really cool tool for her to go on skills to kind of get an idea of what's happening. Maybe it's the change in environment. I've seen this with other kids before. I don't know how long he's been in school, if he just started preschool or if he's been in preschool, but I've seen other kids where they've gone from like a 40-hour-a-week home program, got them school ready, went into kindergarten, and all of a sudden they're having toileting accidents when they've been potty trained for 2 years. And, sometimes it's that loss of control because it's such a big change from, being used to being at home to all of a sudden being at school all day. And they don't know, they have that difficulty to communicate that they're feeling anxious, that they're not liking this new change in their routine and things like that. So again, it's one of those things where we really need to get to the root of the behavior, the function, the reason that it's happening, so that we can maybe teach him, maybe the classroom's too loud, maybe it's too cold, he's feeling uncomfortable. There's so many different reasons that he could be engaging in these behaviors, and we really just need to figure out what's going on and why, so that we can teach him the skills that he needs so that he can get his needs met when he's in those types of situations.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about the one sentence in here that says we are in Pennsylvania and keeping told that there are plenty of forms of treatment for autism. Like, I kind of want to know what mom means by that. Because the thing about this question that really strikes me is that I want you to have ABA at home. I absolutely want that for you. That's going to be the best thing for this child who's 5 years old. And then you can be working on things at home to go into the classroom. But the behavior is happening in the classroom. And the school has a responsibility to provide you with what you need, because I'm assuming that he has an IEP. If he doesn't, I would get an IEP. I would request one and tell them that you have the diagnosis and that they have a legal responsibility to give you the IEP. And then with the IEP, it gives him the right to whatever he needs to make it possible for him to be successful in the classroom. So you may not have a BCBA because you don't have ABA yet, but the school should have one. And if they don't have one, if you request one in writing and say, I would like you to do an FBA, a functional behavior assessment on my child's behavior, and I would like for it to be done by a BCBA, a board certified behavior analyst, put it in writing, they legally need to provide that for you. And we can talk more about that with our legal support when Bonnie comes back next week. But I love what Kyrystle is saying to you, that there's a reason why he's engaging in this behavior, and an expert needs to look at it to figure out why. You absolutely can have the teacher, or you look at what they call the CIFA on skills. And for those of you who are wondering about that, it's in the challenge. What is it called? The Behavior Intervention Builder. I think that's what it's called. That portion of skills, and you'll find it the CIFA, and it's those questions that you can take that Kyrystle was talking about. But they really have to provide you, because it's happening in the classroom, with an expert to do that as well. But that's a tough little road, and you might need some support along the way. So please feel free to write back as you start to deal with this. And we can even, if you need help, having the lawyer, Bonnie Yates, who comes on the show on a weekly basis, talk to you about how you get that process started. I just don't know where you are. As Kyrystle was saying, we don't have enough information about where you are and what's happening. Like, I would want to know, do you have an IEP? But anything else that you wanted to add to that, Kyrystle?
No, I completely agree. I mean, I think if she's, in the position right now where she can't get ABA, then yeah, the school should be helping. I don't know if here in California, we have the regional center that can provide like some parent training and consultation. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Pennsylvania, so I don't know what the other resources are that could be, that the family could maybe look into to get some more support and some more help for their son.
Well, Pennsylvania now has a mandate, so you will be seeing ABA companies springing up. If you're on a waiting list in Pennsylvania, there'll be more coming. But we were saying yesterday that when you're trying to get in with an ABA company and you get on their waiting list, call, be as nice as you can, but call pretty much on a daily basis and say, hi, it's me calling again. How are we doing? Is there anything I can be doing to move up on the waiting list? Be persistent. Let them know that, but be positive. Don't be rude or mean. Let them know that you're a parent who's really going to take advantage of this treatment, and they'll notice. They will definitely notice. But Kyrystle, you're in San Dimas, and so we're really grateful for the people in San Dimas who get an opportunity to work with you. And I know that you're doing amazing work there. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us and answer these questions.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And say hi to everybody in San Dimas for us.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.